One of the real gems of the entertainment world, Dame Maggie Smith. The distinguished English actress won her first Oscar 40 years ago. She's become known to a new generation as Professor McGonagall in Harry Potter, of course. Well, now she's to be the patron of the rebuild of Christchurch's Court Theatre. She's going to help raise the $4.6 million needed to get the theatre running again by the end of this year. Wonderful, eh? Richard Langston talked to her in London.
Dame Maggie Smith in London trying to comprehend what's happened to Christchurch. She's shocked at what she sees.
That's our wonderful cathedral.
And wants to do something to help. She's agreed to be the patron of the rebuild of the city's renowned court theatre.
I was just too delighted to. But I have to say, I can't, I find it very difficult to get my head round what can possibly have happened. How on earth does anybody cope with aftershocks and not knowing when it's going to happen? It must have been a terrifying place.
And she thinks theatre has a role to play in the city's revival. So how important do you think it is that the theatre is revived in Christchurch?
People will need that kind of relief from all that, and also the feeling of being together with other people. I think it's very important.
The rebuilding of the Court Theatre is underway in Addington. It's going to cost $4.6 million, which is where Dame Maggie comes in to help raise that money.
I think it's tremendous for us, not only in New Zealand, but also we're reaching out into the theatrical community around the world, here in the UK, and we're getting a lot of support.
Dame Maggie Smith is a star to a whole new generation thanks to her role in Harry Potter. But would she consider coming to New Zealand and playing at the new Court Theatre?
I'm not very fond of flying, and I think you have to be devoted to it to be able to do that flight. But no, I seriously, I would like to go. I don't know if I'd be able to do anything in the theatre. I haven't really done anything in the theatre for a bit.
Mamma, may I present Matthew Crawley and Mrs. Crawley, my mother, Lady Grantham?
She's made a meal of playing old biddies, a delightful meal playing the haughty, aristocratic matron in Gosford Park and Downton Abbey, both characters written by Englishman Julian Fellows.
What should we call each other?
Well, we could always start with Mrs. Crawley and Lady Grantham. He's given me some very nice things to say.
You say them with a certain relish?
Well, they're pretty good things to say. Please don't speak that man's name. We are about to eat. Well, she's a mean old bat, really, but I mean, no, I quite enjoy it. I do quite enjoy it.
There are plenty of hours in the day. And, of course, I'll have the weekend.
We'll discuss this later. We mustn't bore the ladies.
What is a weekend? What is a weekend? Well, what indeed? She'd never heard of one, had she?
No, well, it's no concept to her.
No, what a weekend. Oh, every day's the same, I suppose, leisurely.
On Christmas Eve night, we and our guests gather in the...
She might be a dame and widely loved by the English and be happy to help out a shattered, faraway city. But she seems simply grateful to still be able to do what she's famous for, act.
...is to let the body breathe.
I'm very lucky to get anything to play, really. Well, because you get to a certain age and that's sort of pretty limiting. So it's very nice if you do manage to land one of these old dears.
Inside every boy, a lordly lion prepared to prance, Mr. Weasley.
People all over like
Oh,
you.
that's very nice. I'm very pleased.
You don't have that feeling?
Well, you don't know. I mean, people don't go around telling you what they think. What one gets most of the time is being slammed about by critics, mostly. So that's the information you get about what people say. Is usually pretty unpleasant.
Oh, well, I can tell you the people I've spoken to like you a great deal.
Oh, well, that's nice to know.